Hi there guys, Welsh Hunter here, and we are back exploring with Hunter. So, we have come to the coast today. We are looking at Lavernock Gun Battery. This is from World War 1 to 2, World War 2 most probably. So I'm going to do a little bit more research when I get home and put it in the editing process. But basically, as you can see, there's a few structures behind us. So we're going to go and have a look, and then after this explore we are going to another one just up the road, and that's like a limeworks type of thing, very old-fashioned one, if that makes sense. So I think we should go and have a look, guys, and see what we think. See you in a sec. We'll start over by here. This looks a bit like a well, I say a gun placement, to be quite honest with you. The way it's set out and what I've seen from above, this all looks like a gun placement. So it looks like a gun was screwed down in this area, pointing out to sea, which is just over there. So this is probably one of the gun placements. I love my history stuff, guys, so this has been on my list for quite a while. You can see little structures over there, so I think we're just going to go and have a look. I know a lot of them have been blocked off due to vandalising and that type of thing, which is really sad considered as this place has a historic significance with Wales during the war. So let's go and have a look, guys. I think we should start by here, personally, and have a look. So let's go. So first thing I noticed, guys, when we're approaching this, it's got very old tar roof. Look at that, very old tar roof. It's just all crumbling apart, and it's sunken into the ground, I'm guessing, to hide it from the enemy planes above. That's what I'm thinking. As you can see, a lot of it has been blocked off, so it's really sad that we're not going to get into it today, but we'll have a look around anyway. There might be an entry point from where some dickheads have probably come here in the past and broken it back open as such. But it's an amazing feeling, guys, just to jump down into where soldiers possibly fought from. I don't know the exact history of this place, but I'm guessing, oh look at that, there we are, someone's ripped off a section of the cover. But I'm guessing there was some sort of gun by there, like anti-aircraft gun, like a bit of a machine gun type of thing. Possibility, I'm not sure, but there was definitely, it's got to have definitely been one by here. Simple as. Yeah, you can just see with the area, the size area that we're looking from. So if I step back a second, you can see the size area of this little enclosure. A raised platform that have little, and I mean tiny little screws, but would have anchored something in at one point. So this has got to be one of the gun placements. Probably anti-aircraft, because they can't see the sea from here as such, but I'm guessing that this housed a big ass gun. Probably come up to above 6 foot. And then around here they had ammo crates, that type of thing, and shells and whatnot. I don't know why, I can just picture it now because of all these different gun placements you see on the internet and about World War. And maybe the inner workings would throw new cartridges out onto the platform by here for the crew to pick up and put in the gun to send out to sea. Don't know why, I think that's exactly what happened, but I could be wrong, guys, so I'm going to do a bit more research when I get back, so you can tell me what you think. But personally, I think we should go down inside and take a quick look. It does look a bit wet in your mind, but it's dark. Oh my god, it is dark. But I think we should get down inside, guys, and have a look. Here we go. Okay then, guys, so we're inside. First little room, clearly an entrance room because we have the main door by here. This obviously wasn't there when the war was happening or leading up to the war, that type of thing. That was clearly a more solid big door. That's just council issue door. But you have these little holes. I don't know whether they just housed like Acon type of thing. Could be totally wrong, but there's graffiti everywhere. Graffiti everywhere. You got these old pipes, clearly carried the water around the site. But it would be cool if I found some sort of like date etched into one of the walls. That would be amazing. But just looking at it, I don't think we're going to find that type of thing because of all the graffiti and all the damage since. But it is very dark in here. Didn't anticipate the lighted situation, so we just didn't bring a light at all. But this place has gone to the dogs. It's a bit obvious since World War II really, more piping on the floor. And like I said, maybe this was a storage area and they used to chuck up. That's the battery that we were just standing on then, the gun placement. Got a feeling that like ammunition was placed in here and then possibly placed in here. Quite thick walls as well, so I'm guessing that is exactly what this area was all about. Place is going to the dogs, look at that. Concrete and barb and wire. You see the cracks. It's going to the dogs. This place ain't gonna last long. That looks like asbestos covering the pipe there. So we ain't gonna spend too much time in this area. So let's have a look over this other side and check out the different parts of this battery. This place is such a nice place. Look at the lighting. The lighting is really cool, where it all shines through these holes and windows. There's loads of windows in this area. But yet again, I'm still looking for a date. Still looking for a date. It's surprising how big this one area is that we've gone into. It's mad. Some of the old features left, like I'm loving this whole brick pattern. Look at that. That's like slabs, long slabs, all stitched together with these iron poles as such. But I'm guessing one of these rooms was simply an office, like an intelligence office, if that makes sense. It's got to have been. So I think, guys, we should move on to the next room, or the next part of this battery, and see what we can find. But I would love to find a date, just etched into a wall. You got all these spider webs everywhere. It is minging. So I think we should climb out and go and have another look at a different part. You can see the steps though. Walk down into this room just by here. Okay, next part, let's go. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this nature has taken it back near enough. It's well disguised from the air, I'm guessing, so that's pretty cool. A lot of places during the wars, including my local steelworks before they knocked it down, painted their roofs blue. So from the air, it basically looked like water, like a lake. But there's a little information table there, so maybe it might be quickly worth having a look. I'm guessing it's an information table, unless it's like badly damaged now. No, we are fine. There we go. Artist impression of battery in action. So like I said, them big squares, they've got to have been housing one of them. Got to have been. So the concrete remains you see here were an anti-aircraft battery built during World War II. There were 4 3.7 anti-aircraft guns arranged in a clover leaf pattern with a lighter 40mm Bofors gun nearby. There were also a command post, a magazine and a workshop. The crews slept in huts which have now been demolished. Many similar batteries were built during the war, but few remain. So that's kind of like an artist's impression. I know this is just all cracked. That's how old this place is. Like, you know, even the paper that's printed on is just all gone to shit. The site is unusual because 2 of the gun pits, 1 and 2, had steel doors to allow the guns to be lowered to engage shipping. Pits 3 and 4 have earth banks, but no concrete walls, no separate magazine. At the southern end of the reserve, you will see a concrete building, number 5, this is a searchlight position for a store battery protecting the Bristol Channel from enemy ships. This store battery now lies under the chalets. So that's a bit of history about this exact area, but as you can see, we're on a cliff right now. This is the cliff, and the battery is right here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we've just visited this battery by here, number 1. So number 2 is the next one down, which is just by there. Number 3 is just by there. Number 4 is just by here. So I think we should go and check them out. Let's go and check out number 2. But we've just been through this rather large building. This is probably the main command post and storage and workshop. It makes sense now. Let's read in all of that. So number 2, here we come. Okay, so this is battery number 2. I'm guessing these are storage units. It's got to be, they've had big doors on them at one point, as you can see, with a lock right there. Same all around here. I'm guessing these were extra, well, just extras, to be quite honest with you. Let's see if we can, we'll just climb inside one. We've got a hole by there. All of this is cracking there. It's a shame that there's no datage etched into some of the walls by the soldiers that were working here at the time, but as you can tell, these rubber seals are no longer rubbery anymore. They are solid. They have no chance in hell. Probably be gone, these structures, in the next 10 years. Easy. But all the cement that they lined these with are now falling off. It is knackered. So I reckon another 10 years, these little storage units will probably be toast, in all fairness. Walls are starting to crack, nature's taking over. Kids are taking over, as you can see. But I don't know what these exactly were, because you've got these little plates inside. I don't know what these would have been. I don't know if that's like some sort of piping, or whether a soldier would sit in here and peek through these holes at the gunner on the gun by there. I'm not sure how that would have worked, because if you look at all of these, they have the holes all in the same place. But this is the gun battery, guys. Look at this. I don't know if this has somehow been sealed up, because they mentioned on that information table over there that the iron plates, so they can ship them, put them in the ground and ship them, that type of thing. But the more I'm standing on this, can you hear that? It's hollow underneath. It is hollow underneath. Yeah, definitely. This is probably one of the ones that they sunk into the ground so they could hide them from the enemy, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's a pretty cool thing to witness, in all fairness. But you can see where they fastened these weapons down with these metal plates. Nice bit of water in here, why not? And rust. Nice. But no, this is fantastic. Big gates on here to stop people from coming through whilst the gun is in action. But there we go. So I just noticed, guys, there's a couple of bricks by here. Back then, brick companies used to stamp their bricks, and as you can see, this one has star, S-T-A-R. So I'm going to look at the brick registry when we get back, before we edit this place, and see roughly when that type of brick was made during the war. So I might shed some light on how old this place actually is, when it was first built, that type of thing. So headquarters and storage units, I'm guessing, and a smaller battery, number 1. This is battery number 2, with those bricks in the wall just by there. And we're going to head over to battery number 3 right now. So here we go. Okay, so this one, guys, seems to be going down. This looks like a workshop. Look at that. Yeah, some sort of workshop. These old concrete stairwells. Oh man, why is it all covered up? That's a shame. That is a real shame. What an absolute shame. Not able to get in whatsoever. What an absolute shame. Some of the old wiring up there, look at that. That's pretty cool. See if I can zoom in on that. It looks like cable, actually. Some sort of cable. Don't know what that cable would be. No idea, but it stretched the whole span of this. A bit's coming out of the wall over there. So no idea. But just keep on walking around. Makes me think when I see things like this, like bullet holes, but why would they be bullet holes in a sunken bunker? Well, all these doors and windows have been shut off to the public, which is sad really, because what's the worst could happen? You can't, you know, you're going to need some sort of heavy lifting bulldozing equipment to knock this place down. I know it's probably more antisocial behaviour stuff, but I would have loved to look in there. There's probably a storage unit, in all fairness. We're going to have to relook at what the map says this place exactly was. So I think we should head back up, guys, and have a look at number 3. Battery number 3. Let's go. So there we are, guys. Number 3, here it is. Same situation. So I think we should have a look around, guys. Let's go. There's some more of those bricks over there as well on that wall. So I think we should have a look. Let's go. Okay, so battery number 2, I want to say. Or was this battery number 3? Battery number 3, this is. I had to think then. Jesus. So we're just looking at this one now. This haven't got that hollowness about it, so I don't think this was it, unless they just concreted over the top of it. But the base seems raised, so it seems normal. There's none of those star bricks by here. We've checked that one over there because that had you know, we just want to find some sort of datage. But yet again, all of these huts with the holes looking through at the actual battery. So each one of these had a gate on it, or some sort of door with the rubber seal as well. So unless some of these housed the extra ammunition for this battery, that you can just see by the sheer scale of this circle platform how big that gun would have been. Probably about the height of a bus, if not a double-decker, pointing directly out to sea. There's the sea by there, so that explains the whole channel crossing thing with enemy boats and planes coming from that direction. It could come from any direction. I can imagine these batteries, these guns could have done like a 360, looked in every single direction. They would have had to, I'm guessing, would have had to been hand cranked, to be quite honest with you. But just look at the sheer size of this, guys. Okay, so one thing we've noticed, this whole battery has a ring road that goes right through it. Goes up to this one as well. I'm guessing they used to come down here, reverse into this spot, and they used to have a line of soldiers from the truck down to that hut that was all boarded up there, that building, taking ammunition back and forth the truck and the building. That's what I'm guessing. And then after the truck's finished, then they'd cart the ammunition into each of the batteries. By there, and by there. So 4 batteries, one big unit to store it all in, and maybe a couple of workshops and offices over in that direction in the first building that seems to be sunk under there. That's what I'm guessing. And this nice little grassy area, this type of roundabout area, hence why the ring road around it. Wouldn't it be cool if that's where they chilled at one point? Had a couple of tables with cards. I know this is the British British weather and the Welsh weather, but you can just picture it, that on their downtime when others were manning the guns, they'd have tables or boxes like they depict in the films, where they had card games, bit of chow, that type of thing. That's what, I don't know why, I can just picture it now. I might be totally wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. So I think we should go and have a look at this final gun placement. And we've noticed a road, a path that goes down the side of the one that's got I think it's hollow underneath. A path that goes around the back of it. You can see where it dips down by there and goes around the back. Maybe that's where, we haven't been down there yet. Maybe that's where there's a door down there to take it all apart, that type of thing, for shipping. I don't know. But let's go and have a look at this last battery. So it's just as a thing, guys. Basically, we are on a cliff. So if you look down there, that is a long way down. The camera does it no justice whatsoever, but you definitely fall to your death if you just dropped off this edge by here. And it's overlooking the channel. Look at that. So over there, right, many people when they're younger think, oh, that's France over there. No, it's not. That's Minehead and Somerset. That's basically where that is, in the very far distance. You can just about see the horizon just over there. You can see it as a very dark line with these 2 middle islands in between us. But over there is Minehead and Somerset. So people get confused, but look how beautiful this view is. And this is what this gun placement, this gun battery was protecting. All 4 of those gun placements were protecting this whole piece of land and water, and well, protecting us. That's exactly what they were protecting Wales and its iron and coal and everything, history, the Welsh heritage and history. That's basically what it was protecting. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So before we take a look at number 4 battery, we had just noticed and remembered that there was a 5th placement right by there, right opposite that. So that's number 1 by there, and there's a path that goes down the back of that one that we just mentioned. So I think we may just go and have a look at that. But see these, I just noticed now, see these huts that were in that gun placement by there and by there, clearly held the storage for the guns, the big shells, the big bullets. So there's one by there, so there would have been 2 more or 3 more around in this circle, but that makes sense. But these guns on big platforms, beautiful, beautiful. So let's take a look at this last one right by here. Gun battery number 4. So try not to slip. Oh, it seems to be open. It seems to be open. I think it's open. Okay, let's get down by here and have a quick gander. So this is the last placement of the day. Oh my god, stinging nettles! Fuck, ow. I really should have worn more protective clothing today. Okay, gun placement. We are on a big tarry circle. Someone's dog shit by there. Please, please don't bring your fucking dog to this location and shit all over the place. People have no respect. Someone's built an armchair out of bricks for some reason. Have no idea why. Or just picked the bricks up in general. But clearly gun storage. Bullet and shell storage. I'm guessing there's no lettering on these bricks at all, which is sad. Would have been cool to find something, but last gun placement. They all look at as big as each other, if that makes sense. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and gun placement 4. And there's a 5th one that they mentioned that we'll have to have a look. And here we go, into the abyss. Beautiful. Clearly falling apart. It's on the seafront, so the wet weather probably doesn't help this, and the salt probably weakens the structures over time. But to me, this looks like asbestos. Yeah, I think it is. Could be wrong. But yet again, piece of history. Don't really care. Clearly had shelves at one point, maybe to hold ammunition on. It's basically what it is. You just imagine them come out to this door, up the steps, had to crouch a bit, and then the gun is right there, protecting our land. Absolutely fantastic place to go to, I must admit. So there we go, guys. This is Lavernock gun battery, protecting our land. And I just want to give a massive shout out to all the people that fought here, or fought from this exact spot to protect our homeland. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So let's try and find that number 5 battery, guys. Or was it a hut, I think they said. Let's go and try and find that. If we can't, then back we come. Okay, so we just looked on Google Maps, and the app that I'm currently working on. I'm working on 2 apps at the moment, building 2 apps, as I should say. And basically, one is for urban explorers, and one is for hunting. So I do a lot of hunting. That's where my name comes from, as you know. And basically, both apps will be available to purchase in the near future. Well, I'll say near future. It depends when I can get the licensing to put them up on App Store and Google Apps, that type of thing. But eventually they will be for sale at a very cheap price, and available on Android and smartphone. Well, you know, Google. So we're just going to head down here. Apparently this is where the next location is for this 5th battery. It seems to be down there. I see the structure. I see a structure. So let's take a walk down here, and I'll see you in a second. Okay then, guys, look at that. Fantastic, proper style beach bunker that you can imagine would be placed in France. which is, by the way, not over by there. That is Somerset. It's beyond that. So, look at this. Clearly is an amazing sight to see. Which is the best thing about it, we can go inside. Oh my god, stepping into history, guys. Cannot beat this. Stepping into history. And this is what these soldiers would have seen and what they would have been fighting for. Protecting the land behind us, shooting out to sea. And they had quite a big arc, in all fairness. They would have been able to see everything. So you think about it, the gun was right by here. They would have been able to see everything that side. All those islands, the rest of Somerset and the UK, they would have been able to see everything. Absolutely fantastic. And I don't know what these diagonal holes are, but they go right through, guys. Some of them go right through. But you've got these holes. I don't know if they're like a protective shield at one point that used to come up a bit. I don't know. But look at that. It is beautiful. Absolute beautiful bit of history. So you think about it, guys. Big gun placement by here. These big pieces of metal. Wouldn't surprise me if they were built in the steelworks in Blaenau Gwent, because a lot of the war effort also came from the steelworks. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. So you've got these reservoirs as well. I guess these would have been some sort of drainage. Old clay piping, that type of thing. Absolutely fantastic. But this is what I love. This is like ultimate exploring type of thing. Looking around our history. It is fantastic. So just as a reminder, guys, just how big this place, how big this little battery is. Look at that view. Absolutely stunning. And it's quite a calm day on that. There's no wind, there's no rain. But you look at it, guys. That is protecting this channel that goes right through the middle. Well, right at the bottom of the UK. Past Wales. So we just walked all the way down there. So we got to walk back up now, which is really sad because I hate walking. So, amazing. So, there we go. So there we go, guys. That is it for this particular location and this video, because technically we're going to be recording another one in just about an hour. What a fantastic place. Look at that. That is amazing. That one gun placement protecting this, all of this, guys, fantastic. And that place up there was amazing. So I just want to say thank you for watching, guys. This has been one of my most favourite explores to date, as it's just Welsh history, guys. It's just amazing. I know I've been to a lot of locations in South Wales in the past, but they fought for us. That's pretty simple, guys. That's why I like the World War II, World War I era things like that. World War II bunker that we went to. We've got another bunker lined up, so that's going to be cool. We've got this now, this gun battery in Lavernock, which is by near Barry. So this is just amazing, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it and got a little bit of history from it. We will do a bit more history in the editing process, a bit more research to see if there was actually any fighting from this location, because when we've walked around it we cannot find any bullet holes, so we don't know if they were actually targeted. So I just want to say thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like and comment. Merch is now on sale, so go and check it out, guys. We've got more designs coming in the future, and it actually, when you pay for your merch, it gets sent out like that really quickly, guys. It gets printed and sent out really quickly, and it helps us pay to go abroad on these explores, and we really want to go abroad on these explores. really do. So thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like and comment, get your merch below, and please just subscribe, consider it. It's free. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye bye for now.